This production is brought to you by DHBN, WTHC Radio, and Stoner Records.
Good evening, gang. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Dust Stoner Sports Report with Scott and Skunky. I'm Scott. That's Skunky.
Peace.
Hey, everybody. Robert says hi. What's up? How you doing, Skunky?
I'm doing good.
Are you one of those that's suffering from a heat wave too, or
No,
Or-
it's
No.
supposed to get up in the high 90s later next week, but
okay?
so for now we're about normal, I guess.
96 here in the Springs is warm. We don't necessarily have many days in the 90s. They're usually in the 80s. Another person just said hi. Hey, what's up? I thought it was Julian. It was too quick. But whoever it was, yeah, I got it right. Hey guys, it is King Julian. What's up?
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. We have tons of sports to talk about, don't we, Skunky?
Go ahead, yeah. I'll even let you start since we got a time.
Well, the men's soccer team is 1-1, and they can still qualify for the quarterfinals. Even I think they need a tie or a win in their next game. I know that the women's soccer is up 2 games. It's won 2 games and hasn't lost. The men's basketball is 2-0, although one game was really close. And Jokic already made a joke about if I had a couple more guys, we would have beat them. It was Serbia, and they kind of lost by a lot.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I just got some disappointing news, but kind of expected. The Hall of Fame game, as far as the NFL is concerned, is extremely soon to actually play an opponent. So I was going to tell you, that was in the Bears statement. What they said was, considering it's so early, and we just got to practice, we are going to play the game, of course, but we're not going to play with our starters. So that's too bad, because I kind of wanted to see Caleb Williams, but I know he's going to play in the preseason. I know he is. There's no way that they're going to sit a guy who hasn't played a lick in the NFL. Nah, he'll play.
MJ Jordan says hello.
What up, MJ? One of our biggest fans. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. So yeah, haven't heard anything on who are they playing again? Houston Texans. Haven't heard anything. But you were going to say something?
Like we were talking, dude, that's why the Bears suck. You cannot have 11 guys form a team and not play at all together until the season starts.
I think with the Bears, they will play. I just think that this game is, with the way their statement went, was they were saying that it's 2 guys that just got into practice. It's too soon, so they're going to play. They're going to play the other guys. Oh, and they also said that way we can take a look at who to cut, because it is a big cut. I mean, most teams are around. Go ahead.
That's what that's really all about, truthfully.
It is, because yep, some teams have as many. I've heard that some teams have over 100, but the average team has 93 players, and they cut it all the way down to 53.
Right.
Rockies tonight. So that's quite a cut. I mean, you're cutting 40 guys, and I think that with a lot of teams, they want to play the guys they're not so sure about as much as they can, and then play the guys that they are sure about a lot less so they don't get hurt. Like you and I talked about yesterday, all the sports, not just our 4 major ones, basically all the sports are now really looking at health and, trying not to be risky and all stuff like that. Brett Favre, I was going to tell you, Brett Favre just said something a couple days ago, but he said, when I was playing, we played. He goes, but I get it now with the money that they're spending and the agents and all that. It's a big business, So,
Right.
A lot of contract extensions again. Let's see. Somebody else has got a 2.
It says Angels versus Rocky tonight at 6:38.
Yeah, that's the first pitch.
T-Ball,
we got to stop.
Rockies need help.
Rockies need help.
A lot of teams need help.
Rockies need to spend money. I mean, come on. Don't even have one guy one guy who would be considered an all-star. Now they're going to have, or they did have, a player in the all-star game because everybody has to have a player in the all-star game.
I
But
didn't
the
see it.
Rockies, yeah, the Rockies don't have one. Don't even have. I'm dead serious on that. Not even one all-star.
Well,
They're all a bunch of kids. The only guy that's not a kid is Chris Bryant, and he's not having a good year. He was good with the Cubs a while back, but not anymore. So Rock's got nothing. That's sad. And
um,
they got an owner that's got money. That's even sadder.
well, they don't have fans that go to the game.
They used to. They used to average 30, 40,000 people a game.
Yeah, they
And
used
that's why they.
to.
But this year, you ready for this? 32 teams. They have the 14th best attendance out of 32 teams, and they're the third worst team in baseball. That's no excuse. Okay,
They
what do we got
have
here?
what? Wait, they have what
Yeah,
now?
they're averaging over 25,000 people a game, and they stink. The Oakland A's are averaging 2,000 people a game.
And they
There's you.
stink.
And they really stink.
Speaking of
We got
speaking of the A's, I saw where they're trading a right-handed pitcher, Paul Blackburn, to the Mets.
Yeah, Paul Blackburn is actually, out of all the guys on the A's, he's a halfway decent pitcher. So I'm sure the Mets are happy to get that. Hey, the Mets are on a playoff push, man.
No,
I think what are they right now? You don't have to. Hey, dude, there's 6 teams that make the playoffs. If you're like 10 games over 500, you might make the playoffs. What is the Mets record right now?
I couldn't tell you. They suck.
I can't hear it.
Um,
Go ahead.
the Mets traded a left-handed relief pitcher, Josh Walker, to the Pirates. So, is Paul Blackburn a starting pitcher, or do you know?
Yeah, I do know he's a starting pitcher.
Oh, well, that's not going to help him.
Yeah, okay, let's see here how the Mets are. Current standings. Here we go.
I seen last year's cornhole champion set out the whole preseason. He probably did. He's probably tired of cornholing.
The it looks like the Mets are 6 games over 500. It's not bad.
How many games out are they?
9, but if you look at it right now, they're only 1.5 games out of a wild card. So they're right there.
Behind who?
I will tell you. Yeah, because let's see the division. Okay, you start with the guys that are winning their division. So we'll start there. Let's see.
What are we talking about again? I forgot.
The Mets. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start with that. Yeah, so it's the National League. You got the Phillies that are winning the National League East. Then you got the Brewers that are winning the National League Central, and the Dodgers that are winning the West. Okay, so after them, the team that's got the next best record is the San Diego Padres with a winning percentage of 528. Then you got the Atlanta Braves at 583 would be the first wild card. Then you would have the New York Mets and the San Diego Padres. So if it were to end right now, they would be in the playoffs. How about that? But at 56 and 50, that's what, 106? That means there's still 56 games to go. 10 game sweep of the loser Yankees.
Ooh, that's brutal.
Have they lost that many? Wow. No. I know they've been struggling. Oh, they're tied with the Phillies right now, 1-1 in the second, it looks like.
The Mets are?
Yeah, Mets are tied with the Phillies. And let's see, Yankees. Yankees have won 5 out of their last 10, 5-5. They've gone 5-5 in their last 10. The Mets have gone 7-3 in their last 10. All right. Yep. Yeah, it's funny. Baseball has got so many games that they show you what they've done in their last 10 games. Football, they don't do that because they only play 17. And according to you guys, they might be playing 18, right?
Maybe.
They're talking about one more game, and I told you guys I'm okay with that just because it will even it out. So everybody will get 9 home games and 9 road games and stop complaining. See, there are teams right now that got 8 home games and 9 road games, and they're pissed.
Let me
Now
tell
it's
you,
not, but it's
those
not
are,
why you would think. Go ahead.
those are the fucking terrible teams making excuses.
Well, but here's the thing: a lot of people think that they're upset about that because they feel they're better at home. No, you make more money when you got home games. You get a lot more money when you have home games than when you do on the road.
Yeah, I don't know. I
So
assume
you get your money, and like 20% goes to the road team. So you'd rather be at home. Yeah. So,
yeah,
what do we got? Getting close. I got to getting close. Getting close to football. Maybe that's my guess. We're 2 days away. We'd like to call it 2 days and a wake up. And we'll have football.
I don't know.
So excited. It's the best sport.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know how hockey is, in my opinion. I
Well, second.
don't know how far we are away from college football, but I think I saw August 31st was Ohio State's first game. So I don't know that's that they just
I think
show everything Ohio State around here. It's sickening.
Yeah, and I think it is that close because I think the season starts like September 1st, and you just said August 31st. So I would have to go with that. Yeah, and living in Ohio, it's the Ohio State. I'm sure you hear a lot of that.
Right.
I lived in Reston, Virginia, for just a little bit, but it was about 20 minutes away from Washington D.C. You literally went into the grocery stores and they had the Washington Redskins fight song going. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, there are some places where that's all they got. It's like,
yeah.
and then okay, how are we doing in the Olympics? So did you get a medal count? I know we were leading at one time, but not in golds. We were just leading in overall medals. I think China had the most gold.
Yeah, I don't know. We got 26 medals. France has 18. China has 14. Japan 13, and Great Britain 12.
Okay, so we're 8 above the one that's in second.
Right.
How about that? All right. Well, what else going on, my friend? What do you got written down?
Eric Stahl. You know who he is, right?
Hockey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He signed a
Southern?
What's that?
I just said hi to Southern. He just chimed in.
Eric Stahl signed a 1-day contract with Carolina so he could retire from Carolina Hurricanes. So I don't know what that's worth to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. You got to go all the way back to when Jerry Rice left the 49ers, went to the Raiders, and then the 49ers did the exact same thing, signed him for a 1 day so he could retire a 49er. I thought that was pretty cool. I think that's respectful when organizations do that. So, yeah, you got a whole 1-day contract. So you got to retire on that day. You got to retire on that day.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's cool.
Sure. Let's see. Former Titans tight end Anthony Firkser signs with the Jets.
Tight end, same name, who again?
Anthony Firkser, Firkser.
Not sure I even heard of him. So, well, they could always use help. So I don't know what their plans are for him, but
right. You know who the Jets tight end is? Probably if they had any fans, one would tell us, but I don't think they do.
Yeah, they do. Jets got a big following. Come on, man. That's Adam Sandler's team. That's Kevin James' team. Let's see. What are the other famous people, Jets fans? No, I think Jerry Seinfeld's a Giants fan because he's also. If you're a Yankees fan, aren't you also a Giants fan? And then it goes Mets and Jets, right?
I have no idea.
Kind of like in the Bay Area where it's Oakland and not San Francisco kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't like any of
Well,
those teams except the Yankees.
went to work all day. Didn't get really anything on my phone about anything happening exciting in sports. So
Yeah, wasn't a whole lot.
there's not any major stories.
Right. I want to have all my shit used up before 420.
Well, hey, we got 5 minutes away from that. So plus maybe Matt can throw us some trivia and let us answer it and talk about it a little bit, and then give us another question.
I got a question for you while we're waiting.
Okay.
Let me find it. Hold on here. Where the hell did I put it?
Yeah, I got something from
What?
Doug. That I got something from Southern. I can't read though. Can you read that real quick?
It says, I love getting stoned and listening to the Stoner Sports Report with Scott and Skunky. Hey,
Hey.
me too, man. Anyway, Scott, listen.
Okay, let me partake.
What? Yeah, you can listen and partake. I gotta find it. I wrote this down just for you.
Sweet.
What was the first year the Raiders wore their black and silver uniforms?
Okay, and a trivia question. I would say to myself, I can't believe they were any other color. In silver and black, so I'm going to go with let's see, 1960.
66.
Okay, 66. How about that?
The reason I wrote that is because I didn't know they were any other color ever either. So
Yeah, I didn't. Did it say?
it
Yeah,
didn't say.
like me too. Yeah, I always thought my boys were the silver and black attack. I know. I remember all the way back to where Al Davis said, he goes, there's a cool thing about us, whether you like us or not. Most people you can go, so who's the silver and black? Oh, the Raiders. So, and as when it comes to paraphernalia, we're right up there with that. Yeah, we can look that up. I think the Raiders are number 3 of all sports teams, period, of paraphernalia. I think the Dallas Cowboys are way up there.
Well, they're America's team.
That's what Jimmy John. How about them Cowboys? He's like, yeah, how about them Cowboys?
That's what they do. They've been known that since I was a kid.
Ever since I can remember, they were quote unquote America's team.
Right.
All right, looks like we're getting there to 420. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's see if I can do it.
Got it.
The NFL Raiders, originally known as the Oakland Raiders, were not always silver and black. When the team was established in 1960, their colors were actually black and silver. What's the difference between silver and black and silver?
More whatever's first, I would assume.
I guess, yeah. And changed throughout the early years, but they did have a brief period where different colors during the history. The Raiders' original colors were black and white when they moved to Los Angeles. Okay. In 1962? No, 1982, and became the Los Angeles Raiders. They kept their silver and black colors. They then moved back to Oakland in 1995 and remained silver and black until they relocated to Vegas in 2020, where they are still. Became the Las Vegas Raiders. While the Raiders have held a consistent color scheme of silver and black for most of their history, they were earlier moments and various aspects of their
brand.
Okay. All right, look, I got 420, guys. I think we might want to have to come back to that. Yep. Happy 420, everybody on the West Coast.
The fuck is that noise? You guys hear that shit? Oh. first heard from a long time ago was never to go out in the woods all alone. People go missing and never make it home. No decent burial, not even one bone. Portals hidden in trees, no you can't see him. He's calling shots far beyond Big Bag and Trim. A buddy 2 lamps short, I heard him yelling at him. Well, if you wanna bring your slash, won't you do it down with watches taking chances, crossing strings and breaking branches, popping seeds and growing trees, and stopping avalanches. He won't take no for an answer. There's no going back if he won't let you. Growing trees is all he knows, and peeping at you through the upstairs window. Floodwaters, rock slides, better know where you're at. 36101 Redwoods attack. You gotta stay on the road when you're beating the black. Those people flying off the edge just like juices a cat. When you show up, take a second, don't forget where you're at. Now don't get caught in your tits, that's a C-spot trap. Now all aboard, come along to the back of the woods. From the song and sing along, it'll be all good. Swatches on heaven. Said too much about the squatch and his beers. I'm trying to make an honest living and be just like him. I'd like a cabin in the woods with the license that says, you fuck with me, you fuck with squatching, that's the way it is. The squatches taking chances, crossing strings and breaking branches, popping seeds and growing trees, and stopping avalanches. He's starting trendy dances, using CBDs for curing cancers. No one grows like he grows. You might be smoking on his endo. Swatches on heaven. In 707. Swatches on
Hey, actually, I lived in the 707 area code. I used to live in Clear Lake, and I've been to Humboldt County many a times. I've been to the town Fortuna, and town smells fantastic. Robert put, I'm watching the Olympic Games in USA 2, Germany 1 in the men's. How much time's left? Or
Of what?
I just got a score from Robert, who said it's 2-1 U.S. over German. I'm watching. USA leads 2-1 in the men's. Got to be soccer because we're playing Germany. I just don't know how much time's left.
We beat New Zealand 4-1 in soccer today.
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, and I believe the article said they have a really good chance of getting in for the medal round.
We talking about the U.S. men's soccer?
Mhm.
That would be nice because usually that's not the case. It's usually the women that do much better than the men. So that would be even if they could get even in the medal round, that would be a big step for U.S. soccer. And they always say it would be really okay.
In
Who
what
won gold? Who won gold in women's gymnastics?
we did. Nobody has yet. I don't think.
Men's volleyball.
Yeah.
You know how we're doing in men's volleyball? Who won? Oh, it's 2-1 in men's volleyball.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Okay, cool. Right
Yeah.
on. You said the U.S. did win today, 4-1 over New Zealand.
Yes.
So I'm thinking that 2-1, they have a very good chance
Right.
to get in. Yeah, to the medal rounds. So that would be sweet. They don't normally do that. So USA, USA, USA.
Yep. And the women's gymnastics team did win the gold.
All right, that's
Yeah.
good to hear too. 'Cause I know we got more medals than anybody, but we want to win. We want to get the golds. Got to get the golds.
No, dude, did you hear when we was talking about what the gold medals are?
Yes, they're 1% gold.
I'd
Yeah,
rather
I
have,
believe.
I'd rather have a T-shirt that said I won.
And I think we can thank MJ for that. She's the one who gave us the information on that. But I think that's funny. I was asking her, by the way, I wonder if the silver has got more silver, then it would be worth more than the gold.
Nah.
Well, if there's enough silver, it would be. I mean, 1% of gold can't be that much. If we got 30% of silver compared to 1% of gold, then I don't know. I don't know how much bronze goes either.
You're probably about the same amount, 1%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would think.
And doesn't bronze? I mean, it's a guess, but doesn't bronze come from copper, or is that not true, or is it a certain metal?
I don't know, man. I'm a stoner.
So you're a stoner.
Yeah, not a
anybody,
metal.
anybody knows that? Anybody knows what bronze comes from? I know it's not necessarily a sports question, but we'll appreciate the information.
Right. It's probably melted down out of something. I don't know. Bronze. Well, that is interesting. I'll have to look if nobody knows. Now I'm curious.
Now I'm curious.
So, dude, and what is this sport here? 19-12, New Zealand takes the gold over Canada in women's sevens rugby. The USA got a bronze. So
How about that?
Yeah, that's the women's first medal in that in the Olympics. So that's
Congratulations, U.S. Yeah, because I would say rugby is not very prevalent here in the United States. That's more of a UK. Who else does it? Australia plays rugby, right?
right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Bronze is an alloy primarily made of copper and tin. The typical composition is about 88% copper and 12% tin. Though the proportions can vary, the production of bronze involves melting the copper and tin together at high temperatures until they form a homogeneous mixture. The alloy was significant to ancient times due to its superior strength and durability compared to pure copper. Here's a brief overview of the origins and process of making bronze, copper, and tin. How about that? So I got the copper part right. And I knew it wasn't strong enough. I knew it had to be combined with something. It's combined with tin.
So it's made out of mostly a barn roof and some whatever.
Okay, this says overview of origin and process of making bronze, copper, and tin sources. Copper historically, copper were mined from ores such as Oh, I can't even read that. Malshite, and what is that? I can't read that word. Okay, is it CHAL? That
Calcified.
It's
was
malachite and copperite or something to that effect.
Right.
significant sources
Copperite.
include. All right. Well, how about that? I thought copper was involved, but I knew it wasn't strong enough. It's too that you could bend the crap out of it, so they put it with skill. You want to read that part, Scotty?
Uh, yeah, whatever it said. And then it says, like Cyprus, which was famous for its copper production, and later the Americans and other parts of the world, tin. Tin was less commonly found in large deposits, so it often had to be traded over
Ah,
long distances. Important sources of tin included areas like Cornwall in England and regions in Asia, such as Malaysia and Indonesia. Mining and extraction copper is extracted from its ores through. I actually learned something on the Stoner Sports Show. But it's so nice. Bro, that's why we're here.
we're here to inform. And it was a good question because I've heard bronze for so long. I'm going. That's gotta be. That's hey, what's up? I got that's gotta be copper because of the color and stuff. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Let me see what else I got scratched down here. The men's 3-on-3 basketball team lost their opening round game against Serbia 22-14.
Okay, 3 on 36 points. How long do they play?
I don't know.
22-14 in a basketball game? Wow.
It's only half court.
I've heard the 3 on 3. I remember Allen Iverson. You remember that? Allen Iverson started that league, I believe, and there were 3 guys on 3 guys. But I never watched it. You gotta be honest. I never watched it. But
Yeah.
so 3 on 3 has made the Olympics. Okay.
We used to play in a 3-on-3 local tournament around the towns that was called Gus Macker years ago.
And then was it only half court?
Yes.
Huh.
Same thing they're playing now.
Man, half court would be sweet. One of the things that sucked in basketball was you miss a shot, now you got to run all the way down the court. And then they make a basket. Now you got to run all the way down the court. And you got to run back. And you got to run forward. And you got to run back. And you got to run back.
Right. I believe they just need to get back after a rebound. They just need to get behind the foul line.
Oh, here we go. Here's an explanation, Skunky. You want to go ahead and read it, please?
In Olympic basketball, in Olympic 3x3 basketball, each game consists of a single period lasting 10 minutes. There you go.
All right.
Unlike traditional 5-on-5 basketball that are divided into 4 quarters, 3-on-3 basketball uses continuous clock, and the game ends either when the 10 minutes are up or when a team reaches 21 points, whichever comes first. If the score is tied at the end of regulation time, the game goes into overtime. The overtime, the first team to score 2 points wins the game. The overtime period is played until someone scores. In overtime, yeah. Until one team achieves this, ensuring that games are concluded decisively. So it's sudden death.
Okay, so then the fact that they won 22-14 tells me it didn't go 10 minutes, but they got over 21 points.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I guess the first team to get to 20 points and it's over. Yeah, because that's a low score for a basketball game.
right. Well, they only play 10 minutes with a continuous clock. So
Wow.
they didn't score a lot.
Fun fact.
All right, fun fact. Which Raider defensive end was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1982 and known for his exceptional pass rush?
Defensive lineman that was inducted into the Hall of Fame
Defensive
in
end.
1980. Defensive end in 1982.
Yeah.
Couple of them. Ted Hendricks.
Nope.
Nope. John Matuzak.
No.
Okay.
It was Ben Davidson.
Okay. And he's the one that broke Joe. He's the one that broke Joe Namath's jaw, and he was proud of it. Ben Davidson owns a Wendy's in Auburn, California, and he's got a big old picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a stud.
Yeah,
Where'd you get that? You got some. You got some more. You got some more.
Oh. A veteran linebacker, A.J. Klein, announced his retirement.
A.J. Klein. Who did he?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I said, who did he play for?
Sports news. He was drafted by the Carolina, and he played his first 4 seasons there. Then he played for the Saints 3 years, and the last 4 years was with a couple of teams, and then the Bills.
His name looks familiar. Maybe it was the Bills. I have a fun game we can play pretty quick. We'll call it "What College Did They Go To?" Because I'm fairly decent at that. For example, Kirk Cousins. Where'd he go?
Kirk Cousins, Michigan State.
Very good.
Right.
Okay, your turn. Give me a player. See if I can do it. Depends on the. I'll try.
Does it matter, quarterback, or does it matter?
I know more about the quarterbacks, what school they went to, than like wide receivers and stuff. But you can go ahead and just throw out a name and see if I can do it.
Art
Quarterbacks, I could probably get most of them. But go ahead. Who?
Art Sleester.
Don't even know who you're talking about. See, there you go. Who is Art Sleester?
He was a quarterback at Ohio State.
Okay, but
he's the one that had the gambling problem all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Josh Allen. Where did he go?
Some team in the Pac-12, I think. Fresno State.
Wyoming. Yeah, see, I bet I can do a Patrick Mahomes, Texas Tech. Justin Herbert, Oregon. Aiden O'Connell, Purdue. And the quarterback of, let's see, what's the other? Broncos, Bo Nix, Oregon. Then we go to the AFC East. Aaron Rodgers went to Cal Berkeley. Josh Allen went to Wyoming. Tua Tagovailoa, I believe, went to Maryland. And then Tua or his brother went to Maryland. And then the last team in the East would be the New England Patriots. Brady went to Michigan. I'm not sure. Who is their quarterback? And the other quarterback, Jones, went to Alabama. Did they draft somebody? Does New England have a quarterback now?
Didn't they get? No, I thought they got J.J. McCarthy.
But man, we thought so too. But remember, he went to the Vikings, so he went to Michigan, of course. Then you got the AFC South. You got the Colts, Anthony Richardson. You know what? Don't know. Houston Texans, Arkansas.
I believe so.
Good job. C.J. Stroud went to Ohio State. Trevor Lawrence went to Clemson. Who else in the AFC South did I not mention? Oh, Titans. Ryan Tannehill. Ooh, Georgia Tech, maybe? Oh, what do we got here? I'm Sean Johnson with Yahoo Sports, and here are...
I mean, they won. They won big. They won with a 6-point spread, which is huge, which means they could have fallen another 3, 4, 5 times and still won. Even after the third rotation, it was a given. It was already theirs, and they were truly the team to beat. I think the only real fight tonight was a fight for second and third, which came to Italy and Brazil. Seeing Italy and Brazil's reaction when they found out was really, really sweet and enjoyable. But to see Team USA dominate tonight, if there was any redemption to be had, It was a complete success. They ate up the crowd. The crowd was cheering so loud. They were so solid. They fed off each other and they delivered. They're the strongest team in the world, and it showed. For more gymnastics news, keep it locked on Yahoo Sports.
All right. USA, USA, USA.
That was
Smoking.
they got the gold in the team.
Could you guys actually hear that too?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, right on. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, we were excited. We heard it. Yeah, cool.
So I would imagine most of them will all win medals in their individual whatever they do.
Without a doubt. When it comes to the Olympics and the Summer Olympics in the gymnastics, we are about as good in gymnastics as like Finland and Sweden are in the winter skiing. You know, it's like it's our thing. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
She was right though. They could have fallen down like 4 or 5 times and still won. That's
right.
That's pretty decisive.
Dude, I don't remember the country the girl was from. But she did the uneven bars, I think, in the Olympics. She was the only representative from that country, and I think it was the only time that country's been represented. And in whatever it was, she blew out her knee.
Mm-hmm.
So she could say that she competed in the Olympics. She wrapped her knee all up and jumped up there and spun around a couple times and flopped down and landed on one foot. Yeah. So
that is pretty impressive.
Yeah, you won't find no American doing that.
Well, what else you got?
Oh, I thought you said, hold on. I don't know, man. I think that's about it.
Oh, hold on. We got something.
Oh, did I tell you about Jordan Love?
You know, we were talking about money earlier.
Money. And so the latest this past week, Jordan Love and Tua Tagovailoa. Love goes up there in the $55 million category with Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow. And then Tua is just a slot behind that at $53.1 million.
Just is like funny money to me. Like how it's almost, it's unfathomable how much money that is.
So there's
for normal people.
There's
like
8 quarterbacks making $50 million or more per year. And among those 8, it doesn't include Patrick Mahomes. It doesn't include Josh Allen. And at some point they're going to want their deals redone, I would think, because their Mahomes is $10 million a year lower than Lawrence, Burrow, and Jordan Love.
And he's a little bit more accomplished.
Mahomes should be $10 million over those guys. Wow. And then Dak Prescott's, when he signs his new contract probably next spring, he's going to be 65 million. So Brock Purdy is going to be, at least, I don't even know, 50 million. There's that. The 49ers have a little bit of leverage because they still have him under contract for 1 year, but you don't want to mess with your quarterback. You're going to have to pay him what he deserves.
Yeah.
Or what he should get.
Because the guys that you've mentioned were such high draft picks. How does that relate to Brock Purdy, who was the last pick in the draft? When he's trying to get his contract, does he, he's more accomplished than Trevor Lawrence, than a lot of those guys that you just mentioned, Tua Tagovailoa, Jordan Love. He's gotten the team further. So he's more accomplished in his, where he's taken the 49ers. So does he get that amount of money, or because he was number 262 in the draft, does that affect his contract?
His agent will tell you it certainly doesn't. It's like what you've done.
Right,
what
I know.
You've done on the field.
Cool. I love that they showed that for the simple reason we were talking before. See, not every player has to make the most money. Patrick Mahomes wants to win Super Bowls. That's why he's $10 million less than all the other quarterbacks that he's better than, because that way they can put good players on the team. To Mahomes, he doesn't want to just get a paycheck. Oh, no. No, he's after Tom Brady, and he's already admitted that. He wants to get as many Super Bowls, but he wants to get one more than Tom Brady. And Tom Brady restructured his contract every single year to keep New England good. If you want to just make money, then you're going to make money, and the rest of your team's going to stink because you're not going to be able to. Did you hear what they said? Dak Prescott is going to get $60 million a year. He is. Dude, everybody's saying it.
We'll see.
Everybody's saying it.
I think they've not given him a deal yet, because if he doesn't do something great this year, they'll get rid of him. That's what I think.
Well, I would agree with that part. Absolutely. I would agree that if he had a stinky year, well then, but if he doesn't, and they make the playoffs again, he's going to get a huge deal. And if he doesn't, from the thing that they were trying to say is, if he doesn't get it from the Cowboys, he's going to get it from somebody else. There's no question that Dak Prescott is as good as Kirk Cousins.
I'm excited.
Who's your number Dallas 18 Cowboys? Am I too low on them?
Yeah.
Am I too low?
I don't know. Am I too high? I have them at number 3 for reference. And am I too high on them?
I feel like honestly, I want to leave them off the list entirely. Just to be spicy.
I thought about it.
I didn't want to leave them off entirely. But I feel like you do have to kind of respect getting Diggs back. That with Bland, that's going to cause a lot of quarterbacks problems. Just making plays on the ball.
Guys are
still have Micah Parsons. Demarcus Lawrence is still a solid player. I started looking at. I still look at the middle of this defense, and I'm like, just based on what we know right now, I still think this is probably one of the weaker run defenses in the NFL. But man, they are going to make a ton of plays against the pass. And also, I think you can say that they might have upgraded defensive play calling this offseason.
That is what got me back. There it is. You hit it right at the end. I said I was originally going to have this is literally my note. I was going to have Dallas lower.
Zimmer.
Yeah. And I remembered Mike Zimmer is here, and it perked me up a little bit, and that's what brought me back. I think his defense is just because of Dan Nature's nature of his defenses and Mike Zimmer's nature of his defenses. Just look at their personalities. It's just going to be more sound. It's just going to have more structure to it, which at first you'd be like, well, wasn't that the good thing was how chaotic they created everything? I don't know. I think it's actually going to be a little better when you kind of maybe get Micah pointed in the right direction a few more times and get all these guys playing on the same page. But then the back end has got what got me excited. And Zimmer with DBs and with DB group like this, that speed and versatility, that has me excited because that's what Zimmer does really well with. And also, like you said, they can create a pass rush. This defense, my only hot take on this will be this defense will be first on third down this year.
I like that.
I don't know. That
they're excited. They're excited because the Cowboys' defense, if that gets better, if the team averages like 30 points a game, that would be good.
I asked you to pose questions. I should talk even more slowly to give myself time to find it. Here it is. All right. What do we got here? PFPPM, are you part of the class in the Sunday ticket trial verdict against the NFL since you've been a subscriber for 30 years or so? I subscribed from 1997 through 2000, probably 19. At one point, I got YouTube TV. I dumped DirecTV. I knew that meant no Sunday ticket, but I'm at NBC every weekend anyway. My son was here, and I got Red Zone through YouTube TV for him to.
I think it goes on that.
What was the last story about?
That story was supposed to be about. He sucks. He pissed me off just now.
I had a thought on it, but I can't remember what it was now.
Cowboys.
Yeah, Dak Prescott shouldn't be paid none of those three they named.
He's going to get paid more. You can actually underline that. You can circle that. You can say, I said this on this time. And absolutely, dude. I haven't heard anybody who said he's going to get less. And I haven't heard anybody say he's going to get less. Do I think he's worth it? No. But do you know Dak Prescott's numbers are better than all the guys they mentioned? He led the league again last year in touchdowns. He had like 30 some odd touchdowns and like 8 interceptions or something. Phenomenal year. But they lost in the what they're known to do is lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Right.
And that's getting old. I mean, they were smoking teams. I remember turning on your team. I think they beat Cleveland like 51 to like 24 or something like that. It was like, and then, but I told everybody Cowboys are still going to lose. And I said, watch them lose to the Packers. Hey, yeah.
That's because Dak Prescott is not that good.
Well, their defense gave up 45 points to the Packers. I would say their defense didn't help either.
Tom Pelissero here with some
Okay, what we got here?
After
breaking
months of
news.
negotiations and a little bit of an odd start to training camp, Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins have a deal. It is a 4-year, $212.4 million extension that includes $167 million guaranteed. At $53.1 million average puts Tua Tagovailoa among the NFL's top 5 paid players on an average per year basis. It also notably makes him the highest paid player ever on a 4-year contract extension. Now, the sides have been going back and forth, dating all the way back to before the offseason program began in the spring. For the first several days of training camp, as Mike McDaniel put it, things kind of went as the wind blew, with Tua on one day participating on a partial basis, on other days not participating in practice at all. Now, 212.4 million reasons or so for Tua Tagovailoa to be a full participant in all practices for the remainder of training camp. He is now locked in with the Dolphins through the 2028 season. We will have much more on this story tonight on The Insiders at 7 Eastern.
Wow. And here's a guy got 212 million and he's hurt all the time and hasn't. Okay, at least Dak's won some playoff games. The Miami Dolphins haven't won a playoff game since 2001.
Dak he's won 2 playoff games.
No, no, he hasn't. Not with it, dude.
I just
the Dolphins haven't. Okay, somebody look up right now. The Miami Dolphins have not won a playoff game since 2001. How could Tua have won one if they haven't won one since 2001? They haven't won a Super. They haven't been in the. They haven't won as. They haven't been in the Super Bowl since Dan Marino took them in '83 or '84. But I saw that too, and I couldn't believe it. According to what I saw, the Dolphins have not even won a playoff game since 2001. Matt, if you're there, or Hippie, you're there, is that true? When's the last time the Miami Dolphins
We just talked about that yesterday. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, it is true. And it's a shocker. But he's getting that much money, and he's been hurt. So, wow, I'm shocked at that. He's a lefty. Hey, I think, honestly, right now, I'm looking at the league, and he could be the only lefty in the league. We had a time where there were a couple of them. Steve Young, Boomer Esiason, that guy that played for the Jaguars. Well, that guy, he was Matt Burnell, lefty. My boy Kenny Stabler with the Raiders, lefty. Yeah, you just tell. Oh, Todd, do you remember this guy? This is a crack up. Do you remember Todd Marinovich, and they called him Marijuanovich because he was a Raider quarterback and he got busted for getting high? Okay, the last time the Miami Dolphins won a playoff game was December 31st, 2000. Right. Wow. They defeated the Indianapolis Colts 23-17 in the AFC West wildcard round. Since then, the Dolphins have made several playoff appearances, but they have not won another postseason game. Gosh, that's a drought. We're a historic franchise too. I mean, Don Shula, Dan Marino.
The only reason they're really historic is because they had an undefeated season.
Yeah,
right.
That was with Bob Greasy, and remember Bob Greasy? Do you remember his son Brian Greasy played for the Broncos? Not so good.
Yeah,
that happens.
Right. That it does.
Well, it looks like we made it through another show of not much sports, which is awesome. So,
right,
did a good job there, I guess. Oh, hey, I was going to see if I can finish that. Yeah, the AFC North, Joe Burrow, LSU, Kenny Pickett. I don't remember where he went. Oh, what's this? We got something else.
He went to Pittsburgh.
Oh, you're right. He did go to Pitt. Good job. That's where Dan Marino went. You are right. And then, of course, Deshaun Watson went to Clemson. Anybody else I'm missing? Oh, Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, Louisville. Oh, NFC West, Jared Goff. No, he's not in there anymore. He's with Detroit. Matt Stafford went to Oklahoma, I think, right? That sound right? Or, I don't know. Who else is in there? Oh, Kyler Murray. Who did he play? Because the A's even drafted him. I was trying to remember. Oh, Vinny Testaverde. Vinny Testaverde took the Rams to the Super Bowl. And he also played for the Dolphins. And hey, I bet he was the quarterback that won in 2000, maybe.
Vinny Testaverde played for the Bucks.
Well, and he also played for the Dolphins. And I think that's why that came up. But the guy I was thinking, I was wrong anyway. It wasn't Vinny Testaverde that played for the Rams. It was Vince Ferragamo.
Right. He also played for the Browns.
Yeah, that's right. I thought I saw his name. My boy, I'll tell you what, since he said that, my boy, I loved me some sidearm Bernie Kosar. Good old Bernie Kosar, man. He would literally, because the defensive line was too tall, he'd have to move to the right or left so he could throw it right between their arms. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's
pretty good.
He played.
I think he went to the University of Miami, too. That's only a guess. But.
Yep.
Oh, you think so? He did? Yeah, I thought I saw that. I used to really know because I used to watch college football a lot more than I do now, and I know why though. Because I worked my schedule is I'm off Sunday and Monday, so I work Tuesday through Saturday. So by the time I get home, it's 4:00 in the afternoon. So I may watch the night games, but what I used to do was get up Saturday morning and start watching college football all day from 10 o'clock on. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I can't watch any sport that long because there are too many commercials, penalties, replays. So it's all almost like watching a NASCAR race to me.
Your wife or girlfriend says to you, hey, how much time's left in the game? Just 1 minute and 10. Very next thing she says, how many timeouts? Oh, each team's got 3. That could be 30 minutes.
Right. Except I don't have either of those.
Oh, the wife or girlfriend. She would be asking how many timeouts. She'd pay attention. How many timeouts are there?
Right. Yeah. Oh, man, I don't think I got anything else written down here.
Well, we're okay because I'm showing. Go ahead. Got something wrote in.
Good news for the Yankees. They're acquiring Mark Leiter Jr. He's yeah. From the Cubs.
I've heard of him.
That should help them.
Yeah, plus they got Giancarlo Stanton back, but he's only going to be DH'd. Remember the guy that swings so hard that he either misses it by a mile or hits it 500 feet? He used to play for the Marlins. Yeah, you know who he is, right?
Right.
Yeah, with him and Aaron Judge. I'll tell you what, though. Aaron Judge is a player. I'm real impressed. He's a great fielder. He actually hits for average for a guy that hits home runs. Because you got him hitting, I don't know, he hits between like 280. Then you got Stanton who's hitting like 210 with 20 home runs because he either hits one out of the park. Right.
Right. The only problem for Judge is if no one in front of him gets on base, then he's not getting RBIs.
Yeah, and the one run homer is not going to beat people. I agree. I totally agree with that.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, the clock on the wall says it is time. We appreciate you guys watching as always. Love you guys. Have a good evening. We'll do this again tomorrow at the exact same time.
7.
Yep, 5 o'clock here, 7 o'clock there. Sweet.
Right.
All right, you guys have a great night. Peace out, everybody. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.
See y'all. Peace.
USA. USA.